The new corporate firefighters. A growing number of companies, including Ford Motor, PepsiCo, Wells Fargo, and Dell, are creating new high-level jobs to ready themselves for engagement with social media. With titles such as Director of Social Media, Vice President of Experimental Marketing, and Digital Communications Manager. The role of these new executives is to monitor and influence what is being said about their companies on the internet. These new jobs represent a broad shift in media relations strategy at large companies. Corporate communications have radically changed, says Andy Cernovitz, chief executive of the Blog Council, an organization for heads of social media at big companies. It's no longer just companies talking to the press and customer service talking to customers. All these other people showed up in the middle. They may not be press and they may not be customers, but suddenly their collective voice is bigger than the traditional channels. Jeanette Gibson, director of the new media for Cisco Systems, says there is now a mandate at Cisco that all staff be attuned to what is being said about Cisco online. It has definitely shifted how we've done communications, she said. Our executives are video blogging every day. Everybody's job is now social media. Dell, the computer maker, has one of the most robust corporate social media programs. Bob Pearson, former senior vice president of corporate communications, became vice president of communities and conversations for Dell in 2007. He now has 45 people working for him. The core team works on blog resolution, trawling the web for dissatisfied customers, then attempting to contact them to make amends. Others on Dell's social media team manage the company's 80 Twitter accounts and 20 Facebook pages. Still, others manage IdeaStorm, Dell's forum for customer feedback. Dell is taking its customer feedback seriously. When the company launched the Latitude laptop last summer, 6 of the features, including backlit keyboard and fingerprint reader, were ideas that came from IdeaStorm. It's always worth talking directly with your customers. It's always worth listening to them, said Mr. Pearson. It's the wisdom of crowds. Peter Shankman, a social media expert, says many companies are still reluctant to get involved. Companies are slow to adapt because they're still not 100% sure they can make money with social media. He says, yet Dell, for one, has made a business of it. By broadcasting discount alerts on Twitter, it says it has generated more than $1 million in sales. And in the US, 59 of the 100 leading retailers, including Best Buy and Walmart, now have a fan page on Facebook, according to Rosetta, an interactive marketing agency. Other savings can be realized through the web's ability to reach many people at once. If you solve someone's problems on the phone, nobody knows, said Mr. Cernovitz. If you solve that same problem in writing on a blog, it costs you no more, but thousands of people are satisfied. And then if 100 people never called because they found the answer, you very, very quickly get to multi-million-dollar savings. Other companies are using Twitter to put out public relations fires before they erupt or to diffuse a brewing crisis. In October, Comcast cable customers turned on their TVs to watch a playoff between the Boston Red Sox and Tampa Bay Rays. Instead, they found an old sitcom. On Twitter, furious viewers began complaining about the problem. Frank Elazin, Comcast Director of Digital Care, saw the tweets and soon informed users that the problem was a power outage. Twitter allows for an immediate response, he says. Social media is much more than getting out there and having conversations, says Mr. Pearson of Dell. It transforms business if you use it correctly.